Hello everybody, it's Tommy and welcome back to another creative sim for the Disney Save. Today we are going to be creating none other than Ursula. She will be a mermaid in the Disney Save, which gave me the opportunity to create a human form for her and use Vanessa, shown in the Little Mermaid film, as the human reference, and then make the mermaid version of her as Ursula, the one that you would sort of picture when you think of the character. I think this is a really cool opportunity to actually utilize the transformation or human and occult form of a sim that is available that we don't often get to use, where we have a literal transition between two characters, especially because they look so vastly different from one another. Vanessa being just a normal looking human that is kind of, to me, she looks a little bit like Ariel, but she's meant to maybe look a little bit older, and obviously she has some features that kind of carry over from Ursula's persona with the purple eyes and the bright red lipstick and some of the darker, tones to the face and hair and things like that. And then for Ursula and her form, she obviously has a completely different body shape. She goes a lot heavier with the makeup and eyelashes. She wears nails. She has purple skin and bright white hair. So this is kind of like a huge night and day transformation between the two. And I love that when she's walking around in the save file, she is going to look like such an unsuspecting person and secretly be Ursula, which is funny. If you don't know who Vanessa is, or you don't recognize her just walking around the save, you're not even going to know until you see her in her mermaid form, which is really fun, I feel. And without further ado, let's get into her character. Ursula's aspiration is going to be Villainous Valentine, one of the newer aspirations. She kind of embodies exactly what the description of that aspiration shows it to be. She is an evil, jealous, self-absorbed sim. She will be a mermaid, which we will feature the other part of that very shortly here. Ursula is a half octopus sea witch. She once lived amongst the other merfolk in Atlantica, but garnered a deeply terrifying reputation of being mischievous and dabbling in dangerous magic to get whatever she wished. She uses her strange sea magic for personal gain, and because she truly enjoys watching others suffer. After being cast out of Atlantica for her dark magic, she moved to the depths of the ocean and found a lair as terrifying as herself. She now lives alone, making deals with desperate merfolk that come to her asking to use her magic in an attempt to solve their problems. Ursula is known for her almost unwinnable magic bargains, often asking the person to use their life as the bargaining chip. Ursula enjoys collecting souls from the people she feels wrongfully cast her out, and she mostly bides her time and is waiting for the day she can strike a deal to permanently get back at King Triton, the one responsible for banishing her. She truly hates the king and would love to someday take over Atlantica and rule his kingdom out of spite. Ursula has a dark sense of humor and enjoys being flamboyant and boisterous. She's very proud and confident in herself and in her abilities. She enjoys the drama and often feels like she's putting on a performance when arranging deals with merfolk. She possesses a natural singing voice and often hums creepy lullabies to herself. Ursula enjoys causing suffering to others and finds it to be extremely entertaining. She can be vain and often worries about her looks or makeup, reapplying often. She's a bit of a collector as well, usually only out of her cave looking for magic ingredients or creatures she can capture and keep around. She's not going to have a fame level, but let me know if you disagree. I'm kind of on the fence about that, and what your reasoning is that maybe she should have one, even if we maybe give her a lower one with a bad reputation. I could see that. I'm just not quite sure if I want to go there for her. It causes Sims to react a little weirdly, which I think could be appropriate given her character, considering, her storyline and everything. So let me know what you think. Now, I want to mention something very important with her physical appearance when it comes to today's Creative Sim video. Obviously, Ursula in her Ursula form, the purple version we'll go with, she has a much larger body than the one that I have given to Vanessa. One of the only issues with doing it this way, where I've decided I'm going to make her a mermaid and do Vanessa as the human version, Vanessa is shown to have just a standard slimmer sort of body type, and when you do that, you can't actually make the second form of an occult character have a drastically different body than the human version. So the game locks the sliders, or the ability to maybe increase the size or even lower it, and if you try to do some of the preset body types, it will change both of them. So it does lock it in place, which means I'm only able to manipulate it here and there. You can change it a little bit, and there is definitely a difference between the two of them, but I just wanted to let that be known, so it's known, you know, I'm not purposefully trying to make her look a lot slimmer than she is. It's just one of those things that it's kind of a game mechanic issue. Other than that, I love how she turned out. I wanted to go really heavy with the makeup. The lighter purple skin tone that I've given her is almost spot on, and I wanted to find like some kind of hair with a lot of volume that comes in one of the pure white colors. Even with like that white hair swatch, sometimes if you use it, it's not really a pure white, and I found one, I think it's from the knitting kit, possibly the knitting pack. It has volume, and it also has different shades of white and gray in the hair, which is kind of what we see in the movie. Now obviously she is a half octopus, and it would be great if the Island Living pack had added more types of mer creatures when adding in the Succult, so you could really create some differentiation, but we do not have that. We only have the mermaid tails, but I did know that there was one in particular that I was going to be using because it comes in black with purple undertones to it, and the purples, at least in Creatism, sort of fade in and out. They almost glow. I think it gives her like a magical element, and it really fits her character, along with the scale top to match it. Some of those scale tops do not cover completely. I think there's actually only 2 options, and they do cut away here and there in different areas, so I just picked the one that provided a little bit more coverage, as well as a necklace, which she does have to have. It's where she keeps Ariel's voice and the item that she's using to use Ariel's voice when she is in Vanessa's form. However, I didn't use the shell necklace. I've used it previously on a few other characters like Moana and Queen Athena, and it really didn't fit the aesthetic of Ursula. So there's actually a different necklace, I think from Realm of Magic, that's kind of like a crystal, and it's really pretty, and it comes in darker tones, and I just thought it fit the character a lot better. So I went with that one. It comes in purples and blacks and stuff like that. A couple of different outfit choices for Vanessa. She does get shown to have 3 in the film. The purple dress that I remember the most, there's like a getting ready bridal wedding day dress, and then there's the actual wedding dress. So she will have all 3 of those options available, including a secondary option of the purple dress if you don't like the mashup of the one that I've created for her, that I think fits like the time period and the way that I've done the other Little Mermaid characters up until this point, but it's not exactly spot on to the one from the film, unfortunately. And that is the end of today's Creatism video. If you would like to support the Disney Save on Patreon, you can do so by clicking the link in my description box down below, or the one at the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you all in the next one.